Hello, thanks for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. Happy March. Excuse me. I hope it's treated you well so far. This is going to be a first quarter moon spread for frog in my throat. Gemini placements. You're having a hard time talking right now, Gemini. I don't know. We are going to look at March 10th to the 17th. So first quarter moon to the full moon. The energies are building. We're going to look at an area, lots of energies are building right now. So hopefully this spread can help kind of guide your energy and see where you need to focus. So we're going to do an area over here for what's building momentum. And in the sense, what's naturally building momentum is what I feel Spirit is telling you to focus on. So we'll look at what to focus on here, what's the challenges they're going to be, and then advice from Spirit, advice, actions to take, things of this nature. All right, Gemini, and as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's get going. For Gemini, for this first quarter moon to the full moon, there's Gemini building momentum. Three of Pentacles. All right. So there's momentum being built around collaboration. That's what it feels immediately. Coming together. This could be work. I feel very much, Gemini, like you're this person on the bench here. That's learning. The Three of Pentacles about learning, you kind of initiation, internship, apprenticeships. There's the momentum that's being built is you learning how to cooperate and work with others is what it feels like. Learning from others too. Learning from others too. Let's see. Momentum. All right, so your intuition is also very... Your intuition is very high right now, and it feels like there's an energy of just beginning something. Just beginning something. Yeah, you're really... Listen to yourself this week, Gemini. I think you're very... It's kind of naturally intuitive this week, naturally tuned in to something here with the High Priestess and the Hangman. It's a lot of water energy, but at the base of it, not the base, but the start, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is foundational, right? Three Pentacles up here, right? They create a triangle. There's a foundational aspect to this card, creating something that's going to stand the test of time, that's going to be a foundation. You're also being called I also would try not to work too hard this week. I think that there's a really nice balance of energy coming in for you, Gemini, between working and existing in the physical plane and receiving kind of downloads and information on the metaphysical plane. I think you're just very connected. There's a nice balance of energy. That could really, I could see you getting a lot accomplished this week. All right, let's see. What is the challenge for this week? What's going to be challenging? To me, I imagine your challenge is going to be trying to not move too fast. Probably trying not, wow, yeah, the seven, okay. So your challenge is the Seven of Wands. There's something that you need to back down from. You're standing your ground. Okay, this is two different, this is coming through really strange, Gemini, because it's two really different energies. It's like there's a metaphysical energy and there's a physical energy, and you have the Seven of Wands. I almost feel like is the embodiment of both of those energies, and the challenge is to stand your ground with the Seven of Wands in what you know to be true, but to also concede some of your ground when you can learn something. Because standing in one specific energy this week isn't going to isn't going to serve you. There's more energy available to you than just standing on the hill and defending something. Yeah, the Page of Swords. It feels like your mind could be your worst enemy this week. The Page of Swords. Your challenge is not to be curious. I'm not saying don't ask questions. I'm not saying don't research or Page of Swords. Don't use your mental facilities. I obviously do that, but it's like you're being asked to it's almost like you're being asked to take a back seat when it comes to the physical world and what you think you know. Okay, let's see here. More for Gemini's challenge. Yeah, another Six of Swords. The swords are intellect, right? So these are Aries, Gemini, Libra cards. The swords are related to Libra, Gemini, and Aries. So this is, energy that you're comfortable with here, but the challenge, I feel the challenge too for you, Gemini, is to not walk away when things start getting choppy, to not just remove yourself from something because it doesn't seem to be working out, because something is still in the beginning stages. Something new is happening this week. It's not brand new, but it's fairly fresh, and I think the challenge is to not walk away. And it's like if you research too much, if you learn too much, you're going to walk away from something that I don't think you should be walking away from. Wow, yeah, Justice comes out as the action or advice area. Balance. Keeping that balance. The Justice card is about if you put energy towards something, right? Like, let's say if we're using this as a literal image, the balance here. If you put an item in this tray and it goes down this way, something else needs to be put in this tray to balance it out. So this is one energy, that's another energy. It could be a relationship card, but this definitely not a relationship reading. And not that these were supposed to be, but I forget, one of the readings I did before, Aries or Pisces, very much came out as a relationship reading. This is not that. Your action, your advice is justice, is balance. Finding, I feel the most important balance that you're going to need to find this week, Gemini, is in your own mind. It might be very challenging for you to keep your mind calm. If you put energy into something and then someone else comes along and puts the energy back in to balance out the scales, that's your sign. That's what you need. Follow that energy. I know it sounds really simple, but we complicate it with, as humans do. Let's see. This could be about a relationship. I really think it's your own. Wow, Justice and the Emperor. Okay. So okay. This makes a lot of sense to me here. The Emperor is setting boundary, is foundational. The Emperor, obviously tarot cards have multiple meanings. Oh, they do all have multiple meanings. But the Emperor here, the Emperor is about boundaries and setting those. It feels like you might need to set boundaries. This might be saying you need to set boundaries in relationships. I feel what it's saying is that you need to set boundaries with the balance itself. You need to set boundaries so that this balance can be obtained. Because without the boundaries, energy is going to be able to come in from anywhere you allow it. and it will throw you off balance. The Wheel of Fortune. You have to have a certain amount of trust in yourself and in the universe this week, Gemini. Wow, we have 3 major arcanas coming out here under your advice and 2 over here under your momentum. So your momentum, I feel very much that your momentum and your, wow, with the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. Awakening to something. Something is being awakened. I think you're awakening to your own need for balance. This, you might, you're awakening to your need for an awakening, is almost what it feels like. All right, let's get a little bit more information here. The 3 of Pentacles is the energy that you build working with others, listening to yourself, really listening to yourself. I mean, to me, the High Priestess and the Hangman, this heavy Pisces energy. We are in Pisces season. So you might really be feeling the energy of the season right now, of Pisces season, which could be throwing you, Gemini. Pisces is a water sign. You are an air sign. Sun sign is not just one way to determine, you have a whole entire chart. But on a broad level, it could just be, you could be feeling very affected by Pisces season, by this season in general, this month. Okay. Building momentum to working with others while also listening to your intuition. What's this 3 of Pentacles? Working with others, momentum, collaboration, but you're... All right. Wow, another major arcana, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess, see, this is like the Hierophant is like the High Priest. I have a deck that he's called the High Priest in. These are very similar energies to me. I'm interpreting this right now as the feminine and the masculine when it comes to spirituality. The feminine, right, they're both sitting in their thrones, and it's like they're both leading a service. They're both spiritual leaders. There's something you really have to trust. You're building momentum towards collaborating with your own ideas. You're going through a big reevaluation right now of what you believe, and I feel like you are listening to yourself and only yourself to determine what ideas you want to fuse together with the 3 of Pentacles. What does Gemini want to fuse together when it comes to your belief systems? Like, if one belief system doesn't make sense with this belief system, it's like, okay, how can you work with people with other belief systems? Are you coming together with those people in commitment? Listen to yourself this week, Gemini. Could be around a marriage as well with the Hierophant, but it just feels more like a spiritual, it feels larger than something happening in the physical plane. All right, let's see. The 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, 6 of Swords. All right, the 7 of Wands is your challenge. The 7 of Wands can also be setting boundaries as well. You're having... It's the 7 of Wands here for the challenge. Oh, wow, okay, we got 3 cards. I'm going to take all of them. I love that the Ace of Swords came out because I was really feeling this energy. This is your challenge. We have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. I'm just kind of taking that as clarifying all of these cards here. The Ace of Swords with that, the Page of Wands then with the Knight, or the Page of Swords with the Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands. Your challenge, Gemini, is to know to listen to yourself and trust yourself enough to know what situations were so burdensome that you need to walk away from, and what situations do you need to charge ahead with these two cards coming out together? Because there's a growth here, right? The Page of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Swords. There's a progress. I don't think your challenge is progress. I think that your challenge is determining what to leave behind. What are the burdens that need to be left behind? And you're going to have a hard time trusting your own knowing when it comes to this. You're having a hard time trusting your intuition over your brain and your logic right now, Gemini. You want aha moments that you already have. You don't need any more aha moments. You don't need any more information. You just have to trust that the boundaries you put up are the right ones. You're walking away from the burdensome things. It's all about listening. This reading is really about listening to yourself this week, Gemini, in a really big way. All right, Justice card. Justice card with the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune under your advice. Okay, Justice, balance. Particular area that balance is needed. Is there a particular area that balance is needed? Eight of Coins. This could very well have to do with your material items, your physical possessions. Eight of Coins with Justice under action to take. The Eight of Coins, card of mastery, but it's focus, dedication, determination, establishing a routine, a habit, doing the same thing over and over again so that it almost becomes like your second nature. It becomes natural to you to do this. Pay attention to your finances as if actions to take. I feel really that it's time to focus on yourself, Gemini. You might have overextended yourself in the past, and now it's time to bring the focus back to you. Okay. The Emperor, setting boundaries. I feel that's what this Emperor is saying. You need to set boundaries around your energy, around the people in your life. What else with this Emperor, please? What else with this Emperor? With the Four of Coins. Okay, the Emperor is a number 4 as well. So we have 2 4s here, 4 on top. So the Four of Coins is the Four of Coins is holding on, is determining what is she going to hold on to. Four of Coins can be a hoarding mentality, right? She's hoarding these pentacles over here. She's keeping them to herself. There's women in the back, townspeople kind of looking over at her, but they can't see any of her pentacles, and they can't see this book that she's reading. But I feel like they're looking over with curiosity. But you're protecting it. But that's the advice. Something needs to be protected this week. Your energy, I think you need to be protected this week. And I'm not saying you're going to be attacked or anything. It's just you need to protect your own energy this week because if you don't protect your own energy, you're not going to be able to listen to yourself. And the answers you already have, you won't be able to hear them. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Under your advice, I really feel like the Wheel of Fortune is, again, one of those cards of balance, because it's, the Wheel of Fortune is our destiny, but it's, we also have control over our destiny. by our actions and our behaviors. Wheel of Fortune with the King of Swords. King of Swords, another Gemini, excuse me, Aquarius, Libra card, air energy. We have a decent amount of air energy on here. The King of Swords is I really feel like what this is saying here, your action. Remember I said don't look for any more answers, you already know. The King of Swords is an authority. The King of Swords is not searching. King of Swords is not searching for answers, he already has them. You already have the destiny, right? The concept, or whether you believe in predestination or not, the two come together. There's a predestination, but you're also affecting your destiny by your actions and behaviors, because that affects the energy around you. And then there's a shift, right? Then the wheel turns maybe a little slower. It starts turning a little faster. Maybe it starts turning in a different direction. But you stand in what you know, Gemini. Don't look for any more answers, because you already are the authority. Especially with the Emperor here too, and Justice. You already know. The Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Patience. Be patient right now. Wish fulfillment. There could be a wish coming in for you. There's a contentment with the Nine of Cups as well. But Judgment is an awakening. So I feel like there is a little conflicting energy, like I mentioned in the middle, trusting that you know what you know, and not engaging in that Page of Swords, not trying to look for the answers, but just going towards the answers you already have. All right, Oracle card for this week, Freedom. Wow. Oh. That feels like a really serendipitous card to come out right now, especially with all the talk about boundaries in this reading and protecting your energy. Isn't that interesting, Gemini? Protecting your energy and the card that comes out here is Freedom. I really feel like you've overextended to too many people, and there's a time to come back to you, and by putting boundaries up around your energy, it is going to cause you to feel free. I feel like you will have a sense of freedom and a peace that comes with that sense of freedom as well, with the white dove here in her hand. Kindred Spirits at the bottom of the deck here. I'm really struck by the blue and the pink in these two cards as well. These cards generally, the colors are fairly faded and muted, but we have, her dress is pink with blue here. And then we have all this blue and pink here with the Kindred Spirits card. I'm not sure what it means, Gemini, but it could mean something to you. But yes, this is what I have for you. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I will be posting full moon readings and full moon love readings as well. So I hope to see you there. Take care. Have a great week.